Hi, this is Don McAllister, and welcome to another ScreenCastsOnline weekly tip video. This week, I'm continuing my look at the Swiss Army knife of Mac applications, and that's Preview for the Mac. Let's start by taking a look at some of the features for handling PDFs, and then we'll finish off with a quick look at handling image files within Preview. So if I just go ahead and open, let's say, this football PDF. Now this is actually, if I just make this bigger, now this is actually a multi-page PDF. You can see there was a page break there, another page break. If I view the thumbnails, I can see the different pages here. Now it's quite easy to resort these pages. If I wanted to move, let's say, page 2 to page 1, I just drag and drop in the sidebar. And again, I can just move that one to there as well. If I want to delete a single page, select the page, hit backspace, and that's deleted. If I want to insert a page from another PDF, if I go back to the Finder, let's open this Apple Music Festival PDF. Okay, so there's my second PDF. I can just drag this across and drop it in the sidebar of the other document. And then I can make that, say, page 1. Just grab it and move it up into the page 1 position. Let's go ahead and close this one down. So that's how you can actually resort and add pages within Preview. Now, there are some additional options that you have available to you when you actually save or export your PDF. So let's go ahead and we'll export this one. Two options for export. I can export as PDF or I can export in different formats as well. Let's just have a quick look at export as PDF first. So if I select that, now basically it gives me a standard dialog box. I can go ahead, rename it and just save, and that will save it as a secondary PDF. But if you have a look here, there are some additional details. So I can encrypt and then password protect the PDF. If it was sensitive information I wanted to send to somebody else, but I only wanted them to be able to open it with a password, I can actually enter a password here, verify it, save, and then that's password protected. I can send it to them. Of course, I would need to provide them with the password, but that's secured. Now there is another option as well. Let me just cancel this. So that's saving as a PDF. If I just pop this out of the way, go back to the Finder, you'll notice that this football.pdf is 700 kilobytes. There are some images in here. I've added that additional page, etc. So it's a fairly sizable PDF. If I go across to File, rather than export as PDF, just go to Export. Now, I have got some other options here for JPEG, PNG, etc. But if I leave it on PDF, I can still encrypt from here. So if I wanted to put a password in, I could. But I also have the option here, which is this quartz filter, of saving it in black and white, blue tone, grey tone, etc. But down here, whoops, there we go, reduce file size. If I select that and then say save, let's save this as football small. And now we'll save that with this quartz filter applied. Okay, if I just move this out of the way so we can see the Finder. Right, so there's my original football PDF, 700 kilobytes. It's now been reduced to 189 kilobytes. So if you want to send something but have it optimized for size, you can use the file export. Okay, so that's looking at PDFs. Let's have another look at what we can do with PNG files, with image files. Now there are two special features within Preview. The first is Instant Alpha, and the other is a thing called Smart Lasso. Let me demonstrate those both to you. If I just open up this logo file. Okay, now I have it set so that Preview opens my PNG files by default. This icon has a white background. I want to remove the white background and make it transparent. All I need to do is go to the markup toolbar. And then here, I have this option here, which is the Instant Alpha tool. Now this only appears for images. It won't appear for PDFs. And with that selected, I've got the crosshair. I can just grab and drag. So I'm using a trackpad here. So I've clicked and dragged. And this red area now, if I let go, that's now selected. If I hit backspace, that background has disappeared. So we now have a transparent PNG. I could save this and then we have no white background. Okay, that's straightforward. Let me just Command Z and close this down. I didn't really want to save that one. The other option is the Smart Lasso. If I open this image file here, again in Preview. Now I could, if I wanted to, very easily sort of select the sky using Instant Alpha. It's a fairly uniform color. But this area down here, we've got greens and browns, etc. We've got this fence. So it would be quite difficult to actually capture this bottom area of the screen. We have this horizontal line going across. So what I'm going to do is use Smart Lasso. And to do that, if we go to here, and go to the toolbar. And then here we go, Smart Lasso. Right, with that selected, now I'm going to just drag this across this horizontal line, because I'm going to try and capture the bottom half of the screen, but sort of keep this horizontal line in. Whoops, gone a bit ski whiff there, but not to worry, it should cope with that. And then we'll just go down, make sure I capture all the edges and across. As I say, I'm doing this on my trackpad, so it's a little bit fiddly. And then up, and let go. Now you'll see it's actually captured most of that horizontal line with some bumps in it. But now I have two options. I could either crop, I select crop, it's actually removed the picture elements above my selection. So it sort of cropped it out. But if I just do Command Z, and I'll need to do that Smart Lasso again. Okay, we've got that selected. So if we just go down here, and I'll quickly, whoops, paint this area in. So we get the same selection again. And let go. Okay, and now if I backspace, we actually remove the selected portion. So you can use either the Instant Alpha or the Smart Lasso, depending on what it is you're trying to cut out from the image. If you want to learn more about using your Apple devices, there are over 700 full video tutorials available to ScreenCastsOnline members, covering all aspects of the Mac, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, and even the Apple TV. Now, all full members receive a new Apple-related video tutorial each and every week, as well as a free subscription to the ScreenCastsOnline monthly magazine, packed with videos and articles on getting the most out of your Apple devices. Now, you can get your free 14-day trial membership over at ScreenCastsOnline.com, or check out some of the free content over on the SCO Showcase app on the iPad, iPhone, and Apple TV. That's it for this week. I'll be back next week with another tip, so I'll speak to you then.